D214, December 8th. January 8th.
Hey, today we're here at Arlington Public Works. I'm working here and I'm showing you around my apprenticeship. This apprenticeship is really important to me because it gives you the hand that you will never learn in a textbook. There's certain trade secrets that you'll never learn just by doing notes, reading a book. But also, working here especially, I have all the guys here that are able to help me, and just, if I have a question on anything, they're always right there to help me. So that's what's just perfect about this place.
There you go. I've been working really closely with Ryan the last couple months, doing all sorts of different things. In my opinion, the apprenticeships are actually a really great idea because you don't know what the job is like until you actually go out and experience it a little bit, you know, with your own two hands. You know, some people love it and some people don't like it, but it's good to kind of test it out before you're committed to it. Ryan doesn't know the trick yet. Well, we're teaching him. You use your right arm and sneak past it to the right. And if you pull it out quick enough, you can.
Well, it's good for the body.
You only get some on your hands. Something like this, you can't just teach someone how to take a tire off, put a tire on, dismount a tire. There's kind of some tricks you learn by actually doing it hands-on. And that's some of the most important stuff here. And he catches on pretty quick.
We signed up for the District 214 Pathways program because we feel that it's important, not just for us, introduce people to what we do as public works so that they see that as a career in the future, but again, to introduce them to the workforce, to get them some life skills, to promote the career, especially as an automotive technician. But yeah, this is our traffic unit, so their job, they maintain all of the traffic signals, the street lights. They're also electricians. They do a lot of electrical work in our buildings and things like that. This is all the standard for all of these signs, and he has the ability to build most of these here in-house. I would just like to say I really hope that we can continue this partnership because it's working out well, and I would like to be able to help influence other students in the future with their future endeavors.
I just love the environment here, honestly. Just being here, coming here every day, I'm never dragging myself here to work. I'm here to learn and have a good time. And overall, the guys here give me a good experience. And I'd like to thank Arlington Heights Public Works for giving me this opportunity and being so took me in as one of them and really showed me the ropes of everything. And I really appreciate that.
We're at the 2025 Senior Olympics.
So today, students from some of our LTS classes, Leadership Through Service from Elk Grove High School, came in as a field trip to do some Senior Olympics with the senior citizens.
Yes, Senior Olympics, it was a blast. Oh my God, this was fantastic. Oh my God, we're back in the game, we're back in the game.
We're doing a bunch of different games. My team just finished throwing footballs in bins. We're doing bags, bocce ball, and I think we're also doing Wii bowling, so that's fun.
My favorite part was winning Rod.
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Now that man he's, by the way, if you see his Wii bowling skills, whew, out of this world, okay? And he's a good coach too.
This is great, us to get together and exercise, and these girls and guys that volunteered their time for the high school to help us out. Awesome, I really appreciate this. Just thank you very much, and thank you for your time and all the stuff that you do for us.
I'm just having a lot of fun, and I think this is really nice, and thank you.
And in first place. Fighting fedoras. Oh!
A big community effort at Arlington Heights today is making Chicago proud. As students at John Hersey High School collected nearly 38,000 food items for local families. Donations will go to 8 area food pantries as many families face those delays in SNAP benefits.
Today we have our annual food drive, which is really exciting. The whole school is here helping out, and the vibes are really high.
Over there! Yep, yes, sir! Yep.
I think my favorite part is everyone coming together. Even if the people aren't in the SOS class, you see all your friends in their second period just helping with everyone as a whole school.
Our teacher, Mr. Gunther, likes to call it controlled chaos, so it looks chaotic. But our seniors in the SOS class have put so much work into this. We started at the beginning of the year planning, so although it looks chaotic, it's just because there's so many people. But as you can see, everything's organized and everyone's helping out, so it's really cool to see everyone.
I just think it's really special that we do stuff like this and we can get the whole school involved to collect cans for people.
Hi, my name is Tony Rodriguez. I'm the community arborist with Oaklands, and we're working with District 214 today to plant trees all throughout your campuses. One of our main focuses when it comes to working with schools is making sure that students understand the benefits of trees and the benefits that trees have on campuses. So do y'all see this root that's coming out right here? Yeah. Notice how it's nice and thick, and it's a lot bigger than like this one that's growing out of here? Yeah. So this is what we call the first lateral root. So we want this lateral root to be right at ground level, same as the root flare.
It's really cool being out here today because I'm learning a lot about what trees need to stay happy and healthy, and about how to properly create a hole that's the right size for a tree to live in, to make sure that it has a long and healthy life.
This is my dance group.
Whenever we're working with little kids, they love doing this part. So today we're planting 19 trees on the school campus. There's going to be a variety of trees that are native to the area. So we have swamp white oaks, we have some more ornamental service berries, and some smaller trees that are going to be going closer to the building.
I wanted to do this because I wanted to help out my community, and I wanted to get some hands-on experience, especially with planting trees, because you can't really do that every day. And mostly because for FFA, this is really good practice and everything.
All right, so are we done?
No.
Why do you think we're not done yet? Yep, we gotta spread it out, and the root flare is buried right now, right? So let's go ahead and spread out the soil.
I wanted to be a part of this because as an FFA officer, I'm very passionate about plants and agriculture, and I thought it would really be a good opportunity to learn more about trees and planting, because that's not an area I'm super familiar with.
Not only am I an arborist and working with trees, but it's really important for me to be out working with communities and helping bring trees into their communities. So it's really awesome for me to travel around a lot to different areas and help these communities get more trees.
I think anyone who's watching this, if they could join your local FFA or just go out of your way to plant some trees, help out the community and the ecosystem.
Today we're here at Prospect High School, and we're going over some really good songs and stuff, because I never met any of these people, but we all just came together and we're all singing it. Mr. Music is pretty nice and stuff. He's teaching it really well.
Put your music down.
Teaching feels like a calling for me, and especially teaching these concepts.
Yeah, you're not setting it down. You're going like this. The storm is passing over. I want that big of a difference. The storm, 1 and 2 and 3 and. The storm is passing over. Yeah. The storm is passing over.
We are performing the oldest and, in my arrogant opinion, best art form and most human art form, and that we're using our human bodies to make art that only exists in the space of time. The most beautiful part of humanity is when we're all together doing something in unison, and so that was the point of today.
I'm really excited to hear the final product because a lot of people here are talented, all of us are talented, and I believe someone out there is giving us this gift and we're using it to empower and to also inspire other people, and I hope we learn from each other too and Mr. Music. Mr. Music is really particular with what he chose as a song, with songs, because he chose songs that are really meaningful, and for example Draw the Circle, it's basically kind of it brings us together, honestly. I really felt that earlier.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank Miss T and the whole team here for inviting me in to do this. Everybody from the high schools around, and I love, like I said, I'm living my dream, and so I love coming in and sharing this message of music and community with everybody, and I think it was a wonderful day.
Described today as inclusion revolution. I mean, this is such a big day.
You really see the students, they get to see how excited they are, and we're going to cut straight to the game.
Marlon Johnson wearing number 58. He's on homecoming court this year, and he puts in the first basket of the game.
Today we have the big game. It's one of the biggest events of the year. The kids love it. It's all about fun and just friendly competition, and the kids all love it.
They're going to try to give it to Alejandro, who puts it in for a basket.
I mean, you can really hear the crowd here. This is one of the best days of the year, especially if you're a Husky student. This is just great. Dreyer with his third basket already.
The big game, so much fun. They showed the basketball into the goal.
Going to give another student the opportunity.
One-handed.
One-handed, wow. What a shot by number 38.
We always have everyone in the school to come to the gym and see the game starts. I'm excited about shooting the ball in the hoop.
Jefferson Venegas curls coming down. Runs up, takes the shot, and it's in!
That's a dynamic duo, Shaq and Kobe down there.
Dwyer looking to step back and take a deeper shot. That's got to be the deepest shot we've seen today. All right, Coach Ludus, the final shooter here. Dressed in the ref's jacket, girls basketball coach. This one's looking good, and it's in! Coach Ludus, the last shooter, sinks it from half court. And you had to expect it. She's the basketball coach, you know. You had to expect Coach Ludus the shot.
Oh yeah, what a shot from Miss Ludus!
It just really gets the whole school together. It's one of the big events that really pulls every student from everywhere in the building, and we all come together and support one another and enjoy each other.
Yeah, an underhand toss, and it goes in. An impressive shot right there from Yin. I think the ball's going to Wilbot. Wilbot down the court, crowd on their feet. They think he can hit it from three. But Coach with the dribbling move. But wasting time, drawing time off the clock. He's got some fancy feet. Can he hit it? Bot from three. Oh, the rim. Johnson with the rebound. Just misses.
Oh my God, that could have been the most insane buzzer beater in the big game history.
Thank you. I'd like to call to order the meeting of the Committee of the Whole for Township High School District 214 on Thursday, January 8th, 2026. Ms. Marini, could you please call the roll?
Baldino? Here. Chung? Here. Dustling? Here. Fiorito?
Here.
Heineman?
Present.
Sager?
Here.
Kreutzer?
Present.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Everyone, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay, the Board of Education is going into closed session, and I need a motion and a second for the purpose of discussing the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees, specific individuals who serve as independent contractors in an educational setting, or legal counsel for the public body. Motion and a second, please.
So moved. Chung?
Second.
Call the roll.
Chung?
Yes.
Heineman?
Aye.
Baldino? Yes. Dustling?
Yes.
Fiorito?
Yes.
Sager?
Aye.
Kreutzer?
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0.
Thank you. Hope 7. Okay, thank you. Yes, so we're back from closed session. We are reconvening the meeting. Can I have a motion and a second for approval of the agenda for today?
Second, Fiorito.
Call the roll, please.
Chung?
Yes.
Fiorito?
Yes.
Baldino? Yes. Dustling?
Yes.
Heineman?
Aye.
Sager?
Aye.
Kreutzer?
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0.
Thank you. Can I have a motion and a second for approval of the open and closed meeting minutes from December 11th, 2025?
So moved. Baldino?
Second.
Call the roll.
Baldino? Yes. Chung?
Yes.
Dustling?
Yes.
Fiorito?
Sorry, abstain.
Heineman?
Aye.
Sager?
Aye.
Kreutzer?
Aye.
Motion carries 6-0.
Thank you. Okay, so we are now at the agenda portion for a public comment, and I have one person. Joan, you want to come up, and I'm going to read this statement. The Board of Education and the district value comments from the community at our meetings as well as emails. We appreciate everyone appearing before the board and treat all with courtesy and respect. The Board of Education asks each person to please limit all of their comments to 3 minutes. However, several people want to address the board on similar topics. The board president may limit the time to 2 minutes per person. The public comments on agenda items will be the only time the Board of Education will hear public comments during meetings. Although comments may be made on almost any matter related to the operation of schools, comments will not be allowed identifying individual students or staff members. As this is the Board of Education business meeting, the board practice is not to respond to public questions or comments at this time because this is not an open-ended forum. However, we do listen carefully. If requested, a written response will be provided. Please ensure that Ms. Marini has your full name and email address. Oh, I see it's on here. Thank you. To be fair and consistent to all addressing the board, the same protocols and procedures must be in place for everyone. So, Joan, the green light indicates your time has started, the yellow light indicates 30 seconds remaining, and the red light indicates 3 minutes have expired. So if you could clearly state your name for the minutes, then you can get started. Thank you.
My name is Joan Sullagren. Okay. I know I'm not going to get done with this in 3 minutes, so I would just like the board, if I send an email, if you could read my attachment, because I do believe this is important. I'm here to discuss your new substitute teacher policy that restricts us, actually stops subs from taking part of a teacher posting for a sub needed. If you are not aware, on December 19th, shortly before the end of the school day, substitute teachers received an email directing us to Red Rover to accept this change in district policy. There is so much here to unpack. Most of what I have to say this evening is in protest to this, to your loyal substitute teachers, me being one of them. Before I proceed, do you as board members know what Red Rover is and how it is applied in the district to assist with the need for substitute teachers? Do you have the app on your phone? Do any of you see what we see when a teacher posts on Red Rover for a sub? If not, most of what I say is going to sound Greek to you, but bear with me. I also want you to understand that I'm employed by 3 high school districts that all use Red Rover, and 2 of the 3 districts rolled it out to their teaching staff, their office staff, and the substitute teachers in a far more effective manner than 214 was able to do. Excuse me. Of the 3 districts, 214 has done a subpar job of educating teachers how to use the app, and you have left office staff, both main office and department offices, ill-equipped to use Red Rover effectively and to understand its important features. I believe this is a contributing factor as to why your HR department decided to alter how we as subs fill our school days. So let me explain briefly how this app came to be and how it was used before the December 19th email. Red Rover replaced the ASOP Frontline app beginning last school year. I was thrilled because I work in District 225, which has been using Red Rover for years before 214 made the switch. And I was already aware of how superior it was to the ASOP Frontline app. Red Rover has your teaching staff list what blocks or portions of a block they need filled, and we as substitutes can grab these blocks. But as you know, staff does not teach 4 blocks in a day, so there's usually 1 or 2 blocks, plus lunch that a sub is not in the classroom, therefore not working and not getting paid. That's 85 minutes, plus lunch to bring that total to 135 minutes with nothing to do, and obviously not getting paid. Over 2 hours during a school day with no work, and that's if the teacher has a 3-block day. If they teach first and fourth, there's over 3.5 hours where you no longer can take blocks listed. Under the old ASOP system, subs had to remain at the mercy of the front office to fill our day, an exhausting and time-consuming stress to your office secretaries at the start of a school day. So Red Rover came along and fixed this. I know personally the secretary at Rolling Meadows High School was thrilled with this because it freed up her time in the morning. And it also allowed her to not get the number of emails and texts from subs reminding her, hey, I have a 3rd block open, I have a 4th block open, can you fill it for me? Red Rover took care of that. We all loved it. Red Rover, let's see. This often meant that, okay, I'm done. So I was told the only reason I'm here today that if I sent this email, there was a good chance none of you would read it. But I will send it because I have a lot more to unpack here, what Red Rover can do that this district does not even scratch the surface. I'm going to District 225 for a long-term position, and they use it so effectively. There's so much to learn, and I'm sorry I couldn't finish.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Okay, no one else has signed up, and so we'll move on. And so now we come to point of the agenda for discussion items. 8.1, Dr. Attaway, please.
So this item is a resolution to approve the upcoming fiscal year 27, running from July 1 of 26 to June 30 of 2027, and also to authorize administration to begin developing the budget for fiscal year 27.
Board members, questions? Go ahead.
With our recent issues we've had with the Cook County Treasurer, do we have any concerns that we would make it a more conservative budget based on missing deadlines for when we will receive the property tax fees?
Potentially. I believe that once Cook County has their software issues figured out, that we should be in the clear, but that is something that we'll need to take into consideration as we're projecting revenue into fiscal year 27, yes.
Thank you, Justin, and I apologize for not giving you a heads up.
Anyone else? Go ahead, Dr. Sager.
Just to follow on to that question, when we spend, for example, for capital outlays and stuff, are we able to adjust timing so we sort of avoid those spots where we anticipate the funds going downward? Because it's not just the total budget, it's like when revenues and funds are.
Yeah, for some things we can, yes. But there are ebbs and flows with cash flow with school districts just because of the nature of how we receive money. It's not a steady stream throughout the year. We receive 2 large influxes at various points, and then we spend the money down as bills come. So this is a unique circumstance that we're going through right now. We have been able to time some of our bills to make cash flow a little bit easier. But there are limitations to how much we are actually able to flex payments of bills.
You know, if I could, I'm gonna jump on the opportunity to get back on my soapbox on this topic. And Dr. Adway, I would never want to contradict you, but you say unique, yet it's 3 of the last 4 years that Cook County has been late in dispersing the tax dollars or the tax bill that has been late. And, you know, it's sad to say, but across Cook County in school districts alone, we're talking $126 million of money that was either wasted on tax anticipation warrants or investment income that we as school districts did not realize because of this error or implementation error with Tyler Technologies. You remove CPS, which is $200,000 a day from that total, and just suburban Cook County school districts is $62 million of taxpayer money that has been wasted because of a processing error that is out of our control. So, you know, our community looks to us and asks us to be good stewards of the resources that we're afforded with their hard-earned dollars, and we take that very, very seriously. And our counterparts at other levels of government need to do the same and fix this and hold Tyler Technologies accountable because we have received 60% of what we were owed for the second installment in a forced workaround. The problem is not fixed, and you know, I would say the Cook County Treasurer needs to continue to fix the problem and then start communicating with school districts because we deserve better to be a good partner.
Anyone else? Okay. I think you're up again, Dr. Adaway.
For Skyward?
812.
Perfect.
Skyward.
So in 2021, the board approved transition from the Apex financial system to our current financial system, Infinite Visions. And while Infinite Visions remains operational, over time we have experienced some limitations, particularly in reporting, payroll, and human resources. And all of those limitations have required staff to work around the system rather than the system actually supporting our internal workflows. So I want to be clear, the conversation tonight is not being made in response to short-term issues or what might be going on at the Cook County level because it is the same organization. The board approved a contract extension last month with Tyler that allowed us additional time to conduct a deliberate and thoughtful evaluation of our long-term operational needs. So over the past several months, a cross-functional team from the business office, human resources, and IT all evaluated 2 viable options for a district our size, either maintaining Infinite Visions and essentially doing a re-implementation, or moving away from Infinite Visions to Skyward. And Infinite Visions, the reason we focused on those 2 is because those are the 2 primary ERP systems that are used by large Illinois school districts. So based on that evaluation, we are recommending Skyward as the new financial software moving forward. It provides greater flexibility in financial and HR reporting, stronger position management, better integration across our existing systems, and there is a large Illinois user base that supports long-term sustainability. There are quite a few school districts that are starting to migrate to the Skyward system right now. So that transition, as we've laid it out, is planned as about an 18-month implementation, so taking about 1.5 years. That allows for a phased conversion, careful validation of all the historical data that we have, staff training across all the departments and the schools, and most importantly, continuity of payroll and financial operations. So the proposed system includes finance, payroll, HR, all of the related modules that we have now. And we do believe that it has the ability to consolidate the historical data from both Ivy and Apex into a single system. So we would not need to maintain the 2 additional systems that we have now. The total cost is about $667,000 across 6 years. The first 2 years are by far the highest because of the implementation cost, the data migration, training, the software cost, but the actual ongoing costs from year 2 on are actually lower than our current agreement with Tyler Technologies for Infinite Visions. So our ongoing costs are actually projected to be a savings from what we're paying right now. So ultimately, this recommendation reflects the long-term investment in operational reliability and in systems that can support the district's staffing and financial needs. And I'm welcoming any questions you have on our recommendation tonight.
Question I have is, have we talked to the other school districts about any pitfalls that they encountered with this new system? And also if we asked them about any pitfalls or problems they encountered when they were running a parallel system?
Yeah, so when I was in my former life, before I started at 214, a majority of Kane County was actually transitioning from Infinite Visions to Skyward while I was there. So there were a lot of conversations going on while I was still in that county about what it was like running parallel systems and what it looked like moving from Ivy to Skyward. So there are, while I have an idea of what that looks like, I also know that I have several colleagues that I can reach out to that have experienced this in very, very recent years.
Thank you.
Board members. Dr. Chung.
Thank you so much, Dr. Attaway. I had a few questions. The first thing is, one of the things that stood out to me is you mentioned that with Infinite Visions, the district had to adapt some of our internal processes to work around some limitations of that program. If we move to Skyward, would all of those limitations be addressed, or do you see Skyward even now having similar or some limitations that we have to work around?
I believe that running through a phased implementation of Skyward also allows us to take a look at our internal procedures and make sure that we are running as efficiently as we can. So I believe that a conversion to Skyward, in addition to looking at our internal procedures at the same time, can be very effective. And I think that we can address most of the issues that we are facing right now.
Okay, thank you. And my other question is, so I appreciate that the base annual cost of Skyward is less than Infinite Visions. So I understand there's an additional cost for the secure cloud hosting. And is that also included in, because I assume we are doing that, so
Yeah.
how does that affect now the comparison cost?
We would still be
Still lower,
than
okay.
what we
Oh.
pay right now.
Yeah, that's excellent. And so, and even if you've said, hey, we're a little bit higher, I just want to say that it wouldn't just be comparing cost to cost, but it's also about whether and how Skyward can reduce those operational inefficiencies that we were up against and putting us in a stronger position for the future. But that's great to hear, so thank you.
And this is firmly in why Goal 3 is what it is in terms of operational efficiency. This is the handoff from HR to fiscal that is so important to our employees get accurate payroll, and our payroll team works extremely hard, and they probably work harder than they have to because Tyler Technologies and Infinite Visions is not the right platform, and they have to create workarounds to make it work, and they shouldn't have to do that. So this is going to fix a lot of that. I'm excited for that.
Anyone else? Mr. Dustling.
What kind of system does Cook County use?
The system that Cook County is transitioning to is through Tyler Technologies, who owns Infinite Visions.
Okay. I remember back in '21, there was a significant amount of effort to transition to over to Tyler in a short period of time. Had to be done by the end of the year, and it really was difficult on the employees, difficult on the supervisors and everybody else. So this is going to be a longer period of time, 18 months?
Yeah, I think it was done in 6 months when it was transitioned to Infinite Visions, and we're going to stretch it out over 18 to make sure that you don't have that time crunch and we can do things methodically.
Okay. I don't mean to be critical, but you know, it sounds like we got to, every time we get another better merry-go-round, we seem to lose a few horses off of it, and then we got to find another merry-go-round. So I hope this is a merry-go-round that all the horses stay on, number one. And number two, you said you believe that these other two systems could be incorporated into it. How confident are you of that?
I am 90% sure right
Okay.
now. I mean, as it stands right now, even though the district moved away from Apex in '21, we still pay a maintenance fee to Apex every single year because we have to access the historical data. As we've talked with Skyward about this, and we've had multiple people ask the exact same question, and the response that we've gotten every single time is that Skyward has the ability to accept an import of historical financial data from other systems. The question mark is, to what level of detail are we going to be able to get? Now, we're probably going to be able to get historical, just numbers. Are we going to be able to see PO information? Maybe not. But we will be able to do a financial import from the other two systems into Skyward, so at least we have comparison data in there.
Okay, thank you.
Ms. Baldino?
Yeah, just a quick follow-up on Mr. Dusling's question. So if you are able to discontinue the agreements with those two maintenance contracts, what kind of cost savings would that generate?
I think we pay Apex, it's either $20,000 or $30,000 a year, if I'm not mistaken. It would probably end up being about the same that we would need to pay to Infinite Visions to maintain the same level of just access, because we wouldn't need all of the module support that we have currently. So we would likely, and please don't quote me on this number, this is me pulling a number out, I'm guessing it's going to be in the $40,000 to $50,000 range if we're able to import everything and shed those two systems completely.
TBD, but potentially.
I'm
In addition-
fairly confident that we will be able to do it.
In addition to the longer term, post-implementation fees, annual fees being lower.
Yeah.
Great, thank you.
Okay, we good? Okay, thank you, Dr. Attaway. Next, we have action items, and can I have a motion and a second for 911, please?
So moved.
Second.
Dr. Chung?
I'd like to read the resolution authorizing the transfer of engagement and appointment of legal counsel. Whereas the Board of Education of Township High School District 214, Cook County, Illinois, is authorized to approve the engagement of legal counsel, and whereas the board previously approved Kriya Buchek as a law firm authorized to represent the board and district relating to legal matters assigned by the board president, superintendent, and/or superintendent's designee. Whereas effective January 1st, 2026, Kriya Buchek LLC will combine with the law firm Fagan, Friedman, and Fullfrost LLP, also known as F3 Law, and whereas the board desires to continue this legal representation by approving F3 Law to represent the board and district in matters previously assigned to Kriya Buchek LLC, and in such other matters as may be assigned by the board president, superintendent, and/or superintendent's designee. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Board of Education of Township High School District 214, Cook County, Illinois, as follows. Section 1, the board hereby finds that the recitals set forth above are true and correct, and that they're incorporated herein by reference. Section 2, the board approves Fagan, Friedman, and Fullfrost as a law firm authorized to represent the board and district in all matters previously assigned to Kriya Buchek LLC, and in such other matters as may be assigned by the board president, superintendent, and/or superintendent's designee effective January 1st, 2026. Section 3, the board hereby authorizes the board president and/or superintendent to execute the transfer of engagement letter/appointment of counsel attached hereto as Exhibit A. Section 4, the board hereby authorizes Kriya Buchek LLC to transfer any and all client files of the district to Fagan, Friedman, and Frost LLP. And Section 5, this resolution shall be in full force and effect immediately upon its passage and approval.
Thank you. Any questions, board members? Call the roll.
Dusling?
Yes.
Sager?
Aye.
Baldino? Yes. Chung?
Yes.
Fiorito?
Yes.
Heineman?
Aye.
Kreutzer?
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0.
Thank you. Motion and a second for 912, please.
So moved, Baldino?
Second, Chung.
Thank you. This is, we talked about this at the last meeting. Any updates, Dr. Rowe?
Nothing's changed.
Okay, any questions, board members? Call the roll.
Baldino? Yes. Chung?
Yes.
Dusling?
Yes.
Fiorito?
Yes.
Heineman?
Aye.
Sager?
Aye.
Kreutzer?
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0.
Thank you. A motion and a second for 921, please.
So moved, Fiorito.
Second.
Mr. Yulee.
Thank you. This board agenda item is seeking approval for the bid award for asbestos abatement at Wheeling High School. This is related to the Student Services Main Office project. The abatement, the scope of work drives the timeline of the project. So Elk Grove and Wheeling have a similar footprint, and so thus we're starting spring break. Obviously, the asbestos abatement has to happen when people aren't in those areas. And then at Hersey High School, because of the larger scope, that's why we had to push that project to do 2 weeks of abatement over winter break. So just to give you a gauge there, so we are planning on doing the asbestos abatement over spring break, about a week or two before. I know Wheeling's working hard on all of their logistics. I'm sure most of that's figured out at this point, maybe a little bit more to go. But they'll start to kind of move and shuffle, and I know Angela's working on communications to families and students about all the moves in the building that'll happen in the next couple months. So again, asbestos abatement in the main office student services area, that long kind of rectangle area. There'll be temporary walls put up. We'll work on access and logistics for the activities that'll be occurring in the building, close off whatever entries are necessary.
Questions, board members? Call the roll.
Fiorito?
Yes.
Sager?
Aye.
Baldino? Yes. Chung?
Yes.
Dustling?
Yes.
Heineman?
Aye.
Kreutzer?
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0.
Motion and a second for 931, please.
So moved, Chung.
Second, Baldino?
Questions? Call the roll.
Chung?
Yes.
Baldino? Yes. Dustling?
Yes.
Fiorito?
Yes.
Heineman?
Aye.
Sager?
Aye.
Kreutzer?
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0.
A motion and a second for 941, please.
So moved. Fiorito.
Second.
Anything to add, Ms. Kraft? Okay. Mr. Fiorito, please.
Be it resolved by the Board of Education of Township High School District 214, Cook County, Illinois, as follows. The President and the Secretary of this Board of Education are hereby authorized and directed to serve or cause to be served on Joe Rupslack, a tenured teacher, a notice to remedy substantially in the form of Exhibit 1, attached hereto and made a part hereof. The notice to remedy references deficiencies in the conduct of the teacher, which if not remedied may result in the teacher's dismissal. The note to remedy also references directives which, if not followed, may result in the teacher's dismissal. Second item, the resolution shall be in full force and effect upon its adoption. Adopted this 8th day of January 2026 by a roll call vote as follows.
Thank you. Discussion? Call the roll.
Fiorito?
Yes.
Dustling?
Yes.
Baldino? Yes. Chung?
Yes.
Heineman?
Aye.
Sager?
Aye.
Kreutzer?
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0.
Thank you. Motion and a second for 942, please.
So moved.
Second, Baldino?
Questions, anyone? Think we're good. Call the roll.
Heineman?
Aye.
Baldino? Yes. Chung?
Yes.
Dustling?
Yes.
Fiorito?
Yes.
Sager?
Aye.
Kreutzer?
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0.
Motion and a second for 943.
So moved.
Second, Fiorito.
Call the roll.
Dustling?
Yes.
Fiorito?
Yes.
Baldino? Yes. Chung?
Yes.
Heineman?
Aye.
Sager?
Aye.
Kreutzer?
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0.
Motion and a second for adjournment.
So moved, Fiorito.
Second, Chung.
Call the roll.
Fiorito?
Yes.
Chung?
Yes.
Baldino? Yes. Dustling?
Yes.
Heineman?
Aye.
Sager?
Aye.
Kreutzer?
Aye. We
Motion
adjourned at
carries 7-0.
9:34.
Do I have to leave before?